Okay, I want to take a look today at a meter that it is a Philips PM2522 made by Philips. Originally thought that this meter was missing a module because of these standoffs that were just here in this little group of pins. So I'd kind of put this on the back shelf. Possibly, I think I've had this for about 10 years. And just kind of put it back because I was unsure if it was missing parts or not. And recently found a YouTube video and that brought back some memories of wow, you know, I think I have one of these meters. And sure enough, went downstairs and looked on the shelf, and sure enough, this is the very same meter in the video. And got to noticing that it appears that all of my parts are complete. It kind of inspired me to go ahead and continue troubleshooting. Now that I know that it is all complete, have noted that in the past year that there's been a lot of heat around these Zehners, and this rectifier here as well gets very warm. This is the 5-volt circuit. This is the reference area of the reference circuit, and the actual power transistor for the 5-volt supply here, which I'm finding out that it is open. That this is my missing link here. I'm missing at this test point here. I was missing the 5 volts. All of my other voltages here on these remainder of test points are there. Looking over here to the schematic, my 19 volts is present, 12 volts is plus 12 volts is present, and minus 12 volts is present. It did not have the 5 volts. Also looking, the reference, the Zener is functioning. I do have the reference voltage. This transistor is driving the base with approximately 6 volts. I have my 12 volts DC here. There's DC 12 volts here, 6 volts going into the base, and no voltage here. I've also checked at this point to see if I had a short on this rail. This rail was not shorted, so it looks like we're in good shape here. This regulator seems to be running rather warm. This whole circuit, this whole power supply circuit seems to run rather warm. These Zehners in particular are generating a lot of heat. Probably thinking about maybe if I increase the wattage of all 4 of these Zehners, replace these with a little heavier parts, and also maybe increase the wattage of these actual resistors here. They're running rather warm, a little bit uncomfortably warm. As you can see, over the years of use, this board here is actually becoming a little bit brownish right here around from all the heat from all of these Zener diodes over the year. Don't see any real discoloration around the 5-volt reference area. It's Zener diode as well as right here for the 5-volt reference. And this regulator here, the transistor right here actually gets a little warm as well, but don't know if that's related to its failure or whatever, but it has no output at this point. So I'm going to order this transistor, try to get this transistor in, and try to see if we can't get this meter functioning again. Also looked at this circuit here. If this transistor is not available, don't know the current here, but I thought about actually maybe upgrading this to a 7805 series right here, because this is a positive 5 volts. If we're looking here at the rectifier, and ground here, yeah, this is a plus 5 volt supply. So possibly could upgrade that to a 78 series, providing that there is no more than 1 amp of current. I'm just not sure at this point what the current is at that circuit. So anyhow, that's if I can't find this transistor, but I should be able to find this package, still get this transistor. So all right, there's where we stand. I'll go ahead and order some parts. Meter looks to be in fairly good physical condition, so it'll be a nice addition to some of the meters here on the bench here to give me an extra meter here. You always need it from time to time. So all right, we'll go ahead and try to source the transistor and replace that and see what our next step is.